Okay, so wrecking crew, I need you to imagine something. Take Rambo, the chaos, the violence, the body count. Now mix it with Fast and Furious. The insane driving, the explosions, the sheer stupidity of it all in the best way possible. Now sprinkle in Jaws. But instead of a shark eating people, it's just everyone. Innocent people, civilians, just gone. That is Wrecking Crew. And I have 6 scenes from this movie that I need to talk about because some of these I'm still not fully recovered from. Let's get into it. Scene 1. A couple of Yakuza guys attack Jason at his home. What followed was one of the most brutal fights I have seen in a long time. Teeth removed, limbs broken. Jason doing most of the damage, obviously. But there are 2 moments in this fight I will not forget for a very long time. One of the Yakuza guys was standing right next to Jason, Momoa's mother's shrine. Jason begged him, genuinely begged him, please, not the shrine, anything but the shrine. The guy looked at him and swept everything off that table onto the floor. Jason went to work on him. First, Jason grabbed the guy's hand and laid it out flat on a table and grated it like a carrot, a giant piece of carrot from one end to the other. I clenched so tight watching that. Then, same guy, still not done with him, Jason banged his head on the table, positioned the guy's mouth so his upper teeth were resting right on the edge, and delivered one sharp, devastating punch downward to the back of his skull. The teeth, the gum, gone. That guy's days of yakuzaing are done. But that is what happens when you disrespect a man's mother's shrine. Scene 2. Now, this one is a different kind of shocking because in 100 years, I would never have guessed that Jacob Batalon would have a full parkour scene in an action movie. Yes, Jacob Batalon, Spider Man's chubby best friend and sidekick, that guy, he jumped off a building, landed on a roof, then another roof, then somersaulted, landed on top of a van, then onto another car, then rolled to the ground. They got a double for it. But the fact that they even wrote that scene for that character, unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. And I loved every second of it. Scene 3. Drax beating the life out of Aquaman. I know. Both of these men are certified action monsters. But going by age alone, I at least expected Jason to hold his own. And there was some back and forth, I won't lie. But then Bautista got Jason's hand trapped and delivered 5 of the most dangerous blows I have seen to another human face. 5. And was winding up for a 6th when he stopped. Now, here is what that scene did to me beyond just the violence. It was the moment I realized Bautista is the more dangerous brother. He doesn't have Jason's loudness. He doesn't have that big, intimidating presence that fills a room. He's quieter, almost fatherly, calm. But the violence he is capable of, silent, precise, terrifying. Scenes 4 and 5. This is where the movie completely lost its mind. Jason, Bautista, Jacob, and Jason's girlfriend, Morena Baccarin. Yes, Deadpool's girlfriend, that Morena Baccarin, are in a car heading home from the airport. Then from behind, 2, maybe 3 cars suddenly lose control. Somersaulting, crashing. Innocent drivers caught completely off guard. Now here's the thing. Those innocent people were not the target. Jason and the crew were. The shooters in the helicopter above just missed completely. Either terrible shots or just plain stupid. And then the helicopter came back around for another pass. More cars hit, more crashes, total war zone. And somehow, Morena Baccarin kept that car alive with the most Fast and Furious level driving you have ever seen. Then the motorbikes showed up, 2 armed guys, and both of their deaths were as creative and violent as deaths could possibly be. One had his arm literally torn off, in motion. The other managed to get inside the moving car. Bautista fought him off and pushed his head out onto the road pavement, with the car still moving at full speed. The friction ate through his helmet and started working on his actual head. I sat there imagining myself in that position and felt genuinely uneasy. Then the helicopter itself came down. More damage, more chaos. That entire sequence should have been classified as a terrorist attack. National news, global outcry, full investigation. But these guys, they just continued with the movie. The last scene, the one that genuinely scarred me. The final battle between Bautista and the head of the Yakuza. Short sword fight. Then Bautista broke his arm, stabbed him clean with the man's own sword, and then, from the other side, pushed that sword from his belly all the way through until it came out of his face. I just sat there for a second after that, just sat there. Wrecking Crew is pure, unfiltered chaos from start to finish. It just wants to entertain you violently for 2 hours. And honestly, right now, that is exactly what I needed. Go watch it. And when you get to the shrine scene, you'll know exactly why I led with it. Drop in the comments which of these scenes got you the most. I want to know. See you on the next one.